Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome back to Off-Road Outlaws. Haven't said that one in a while, but I know I might be a little bit late to the game here on these new vehicles, but I really want to try them out. I haven't played with them at all yet, so this is going to be my very first impressions, and if you didn't know these were here and you haven't played Off-Road Outlaws in a while, then maybe this could be my way of reintroducing the game to you and also reintroducing the game to myself. So, with that being said, we have several new vehicles. This is effectively an Off-Road Outlaws version of the Ripsaw off-road vehicle. If you've never seen that, you should look it up because it's freaking nuts. We also have a school bus or cool bus, quote unquote. It's pretty much a solid axle front and rear Chevy-based platform. And then we have this van, which there's no mistaking what it is. It's an old Ford Econoline van. But again, solid axle front and rear, four-wheel drive, and I'm sure it's a blast off-road. But the first one we are going to start with is this thing, this crazy, crazy thing. We're going to go ahead and pick it up, and I am very curious to see what all you could do with it, because there's not a lot on the surface that it looks like you could do, but I bet you that you could paint it. Let's see, if I buy gloss for it, you could do... Okay, so we could swap between matte and gloss. I think it looks better in matte paint, but I mean, if you wanted to paint it red, you could paint it red. If you wanted to paint it blue, you could paint it blue. You could have really whatever color that you wanted. The only thing is, it does look, I think, probably the best in the matte black. It looks the most similar to its real life counterpart, although the green looks kind of cool. The brown, I'm not really feeling at all. And if you wanted to do a custom color, you could run that as well. I'm thinking I kind of almost want like a dark green, but I don't know. I kind of want either a dark green, maybe a dark blue. That could look cool. What if I made it gloss? I don't like that. It's like too mirror finish for me. But I'll run the blue, and I think the blue, it might grow on me. Might. That's something that we'll have to kind of figure out as we go. So you have a few different roof lights that you can choose from. You can actually put a light bar in front of the other light bar, which doesn't really make sense. You could put police lights up there if you wanted. You could do, you could throw a winch on the front of it, which I'm going to do because the real one has one there. We could also throw another light bar on the front, which I will do. And I'm going to throw a repair pack in the back as well as, oh, that's it. That's all you can do. Okay, never mind, because that's literally all you can do. Can't install tires. That's what I figured, because there aren't really tires on this thing. And as far as, change suspension, just rips off front suspension. That's literally it. Okay. So you can't really, you can't change the suspension. Okay. I mean, oh, you can't even like upgrade the suspension. Well, never mind. Front, rear, stage one. You can't do it. There's no, like, you can't do anything. What about throwing more power into it? I feel like that's got to be you can do a diesel swap if you want. I am going to go all the way out on the stock engine, and then I'm going to go all the way out on the grip, all the way. Weight reduction, durability, everything all the way out, and then I think I'm going to leave it auto for now. Tank tracks are pretty much standard. You can't really, like, if you wanted to get rid of them, you couldn't, I guess. We're going to go throw a full Stage 4 maxed out turbo setup on it as well. So I want to see what kind of power this makes, and then I want to see what kind of power it makes as a diesel. And with that being said, I feel like the diesel's probably going to make more power, less torque. I mean, that would make sense. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the tuning, and I'm going to do the dyno... you can't dyno test it. Okay. All right. Well, that throws a little bit of a wrench in the plan. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and test it out, and I'm going to see what it could do. Now, I want to see if it can, like, legit go straight up. Let's see. You can't take the trailer in this map because, yep, that's fine. Wait. Oh, I remember where I wanted to go. Okay, yes, I get it. I acknowledge this, and I understand. So custom maps, let's see. We've got some featured ones. Did I save any in favorites? No. Because sometimes I'm a doofus and I don't save save the maps that I want to save. Big Tire Challenge, I don't know if I want to do that right now. Real Off-Road 1, I think that one would be a good choice because that will give me kind of a wide range of different challenges to test this thing out on. All right, so this should give me an opportunity to really test out the capabilities of this thing, and I'm kind of giving the game a little bit of a, whoa, literally, like, turns on a dime, 0 turn radius. All right, oh, wow, it's fast. It doesn't really let you switch between low and high range gearboxes either. Now, I have been on this map before, but it's a really good map for testing, so that's why I brought it here. We've got mud, which this thing just eats. Literally just eats it up. When it gets... Wow, you can watch all the suspension move underneath the tracks. That's crazy. Dude, it climbed that like it wasn't even a problem. What? It almost backflipped. I was trying to make it backflip, and it was just like, nah, fam, I'm good. I've got this. Like, you don't need to worry about me. God, the way that suspension flexes is unlike anything that I've ever seen in Off-Road Outlaws before. Oh. Easy. There we go. Ah! The brakes are good, not great. Stop it! No, 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 no! It hasn't loaded this map in a long time, so sometimes it will lag a little bit. And that's not the PC, that's literally the game being like, we haven't been here before. What are you doing? Oh, stop it. When this thing gets going, that's the other thing, is like you have to, it's almost like you wind it up, and then you have to wind it back down, and it does not stop quickly. I mean, it does for what it is, but it doesn't. It's weird. It'll basically wheelie. I mean, it's got no problem with pulling the nose off the ground and keeping it there for longer than you might expect it to. But at the same time, it is also a little bit of a, like, it's a different kind of vehicle to drive. The weight distribution actually really helps it, though, in terms of how it performs. But let's see how it does up the log hill. It should be fine. I literally see no reason why it wouldn't be. Oh, yeah. You just stay in it and floor it, and it just climbs. It just pulls. And the gearbox, as much as I'm always like, yeah, I don't know if the automatic trans is all that smart, you know, this, that, and the other thing, it feels smart in this thing because it always puts you exactly where you need to be in the power band. And if you're not there, but you're on the gas, it will basically say, oh, I know where we need to be, and it'll put you there without very much thinking time. And I think that's important because you don't really want to have to wait, and this thing doesn't make you wait. So with that being, oh god, it's always like slow down, under control. But when it stops, if you hit something and you hit something hard, it just slams right into it, and you lose all your speed. Like, it's just like cut, it's done. It makes short work of this place, though. Genuinely makes short work of this place. It's weird when it goes in the air, because when it comes back down, it's just like no drama. It literally just lands flat. And it's such a weird sensation to watch it land flat like that, but I mean, there's really nothing else you can say about it other than the fact that, like, it just has this weird, it's like driving an RC car. That's, I think, the biggest like resemblance I can draw from this thing is that it drives very RC car-like. Does it go this way? Yes. I haven't been on this map in a while, and sometimes I forget where I'm going. But luckily, they have barricades telling me where to go. So it makes it a little bit easier. Look, see what I mean? It just lands like straight. It's just like, boop. There's no drama, no attempting to flip over. This thing would really never even try to flip over. It doesn't even come close to trying to flip over. But it's fast. It's really fast. Doesn't really rev out all that far, but it doesn't really need to. It's got all the torque all the time. You never feel like you're at a loss for power and torque. You really, really don't. Make a quick left right here, up the hill, onto these logs. There we go. Oh, I wonder if it'll loop this. It might. Real quick. Yes. Totally worth it to repair it. Maybe I don't have enough speed. I don't know. Go, 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 go! No! Hey, at least it ended up back on the tracks. Although it is weird driving with this weird, like, inverted steering. Ah, stop it! Let's see. How quickly is it damaging my vehicle? I just want to be able to get through here quick. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's not a big deal. I mean, doing 40 in this feels like doing 80 in other things. It's just... You wouldn't expect something like this to go that fast, and so when it does, you're like, oh, all right, you actually mean business now, don't you? Uh-oh, there we go. It's crazy because the contact patch you have with the ground is pretty much constant, whereas you're never dealing with, well, sometimes I have 2 tires on the ground, sometimes I only have 1, sometimes I have 3, sometimes I have 4. This, you're pretty much always connected to the ground at one point or another, so that kind of makes it feel really sure-footed, and it's nice because you never really have to worry about, oh, am I gonna tip over? It's unless you drive it like up the edge of a cliff, you're not gonna flip this thing over, really, ever. Or if you hit like the corner of something going really fast, then you might flip it over, but that's a rare scenario, I think, unless you were really trying to do it. Which I'm sure somebody is going to say, well, if you try to flip it, then it'll flip for sure. And I'm like, of course it'll flip if you try to flip it for sure. I'm saying it's hard to flip it if you're not trying to flip it, put it that way. But that should be just about a full lap. And honestly, this thing's really, really good. It's really good. But if you've been wanting to try this thing out, I definitely recommend trying it, and it's definitely also worth upgrading. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to slam that like button. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it, or if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below as well. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next one.